Alright, so this console is now a couple years old, and it's still performing as good as the day I got it, with no issues. You know, in comparison, the PS5 leaves the last gen in the dust. With this console, worries about performance became a thing of the past, because I know that this console won't disappoint. With the only, and I do mean only exception being with some backwards compatible games that haven't been optimized. But then the game will probably still run great if it's basically any game but GTA the Trilogy Definitive Edition. So yeah, graphics and performance will not disappoint you to this day. And that's just the console itself. You know, there's the controller, accessories, and something called games. So plenty of people has been sticking on to their PS4s, which might be your case since you're watching this video. The PS4 is still usable, depending on what games you're running on it. But as soon as I tried the PS5, I noticed that it really is a night and day difference between the two consoles. What a shocker, am I right? One of them is running dead silent, while the other one is a screaming jet engine. Although to my surprise, the PS4 didn't get as noisy as last year when I played Spider-Man. But nevertheless, with the PS5 it's like I'm able to hear the acoustics in games for the very first time. And hear me out on this one. I played Shadow of the Tomb Raider with these gorgeous 4K graphics, and this is not running on a PS5. It's the Xbox One X. What I'm trying to show you here is that with the PS5 you get even better graphics than this. Oh shit! With higher frame rates, which makes the gaming experience just absolutely amazing. All of this, and I haven't even mentioned the SSD. Gentlemen, the difference between a SSD and a hard drive when loading games is massive. Compared to the hard drives found in every previous console, the SSD has equal horsepowers to a Bugatti Veyron, while the hard drives has a similar performance to a Prius. Need more storage, gentlemen? Problem solved. But yeah, the upgrade to a PS5 is massive. You'll be future-proof and receive new content for a long time. Plus, its game library has become more solid in recent time, with more AAA games available. Although, the PS5 haven't seen as much exclusives as we all hoped for, because of the cross-gen games, making the list very small for PS5 exclusives. But it looks like things are about to take a turn, now when the PS4 is in its final steps. So developers can cut releasing games as cross-gen versions and spend more of their time optimizing towards the PS5 hardware's fullest potential. Great! Better grab a PS5 right now in that case. Well, yeah, but also, maybe not.
What?
Yep. Some PlayStation exclusives are being ported to PC, which makes it an ideal option to just play those games on a PC, if you already have a beefy rig. Otherwise, if you already own a PS4, you can play most of the exclusives on there with an okay performance, depending on what game you're playing. Could be a considerable choice to save a fat stack of cash. However, you'll be missing out on the controller, on the PS4 that is. You can actually use it on a PC. And gentlemen, this is so fucking cool. And to be honest, the DualSense is like 40% of the full PlayStation experience. The controller is a beast. Almost. They could have made the joysticks slightly more grippy in my opinion. Nevertheless, you have to try out Astro's Playroom with this controller. I know everyone is ranting about it, but without bullshitting, it's fucking awesome. And thankfully there are quite a lot of games that take advantage of the controller to make the experience more immersive. Some great examples are Stray, Gran Turismo 7, God of War Ragnarök, and Returnal. And that is just to name a few of the games. Additionally, a headset with a good surround sound elevates the experience even further. Get a pair if you don't have a sound system and oh baby, you'll have the complete PS5 experience. Now all that's left is to fill that sweet game library of yours. That won't be a problem, since the PS5 has full backwards compatibility with PS4 titles. Some remaining the same, some are upscaled, and some are running on higher frame rates. And on a handful of PS5 titles, you can customize if you want to prioritize graphics or performance. Personally, I like to go with improved visuals on story-driven games and performance on fast-paced games. And fellas, if you couldn't tell, the PS5 released quite some time ago, meaning that there will be a huge backlog of games for you to enjoy, many of which being quality games with respectable prices. So you can actually manage to game affordably. But if you're not going to take any advantage of that, then you might want to hold on to your cash for a bit more. There are the different tiers in PS Plus if that's something you'd like. This can also be a great way to save money because let's be honest, many games you buy, you play them, you complete them, and you never touch them again. So instead of paying $60 for one game, you can pay $15 for PS Plus Extra to have access to a lot of exceptionally well-crafted games. Anyway, the main reason I love the PS5, especially since I've been primarily using a PC in the recent years, is the freedom it offers, allowing you to grab snacks, insert your favorite game, and jump onto the couch to relax. It is truly delightful. It's great to have the option to play on a PS5 instead of a PC, because now I have the option to enjoy gaming in a more laid-back manner. And so, how does the price stack up as of today? Well, in short, it differs from the different countries, but I'd say the ideal price for any PS5 is between $400 to $650. You can cram down that steep price by purchasing one from a used market or similar, which can also be a great place to expand your game collection while saving a hefty amount. But things are changing at a rapid pace, gentlemen. Cloud gaming and remote play is growing more and more for each day that passes, which makes it easy to argue why even bother buying a console, especially nowadays when everyone has a smartphone, which technically also means you own a console that fits in your pocket. With a stable connection and when it runs well, it's actually really cool. Playing console games on my phone as a kid was a dream for me back then. And now it has become a reality. Yeah! PlayStation Remote Play and Xbox Game Pass is looking like the direction we're heading into. Can you believe it? This could be the only method of getting games in the future, meaning that you're not going to own your games anymore. So yeah, future gen could be the downfall of physical games. Anyways, speaking as of today, the game selection is limited for cloud gaming. It requires stable connection to be enjoyable, and optimization are still present. This is why you'll be future-proof with the PS5, as it will take time for cloud gaming to eventually replace consoles. If they don't want to end up like the Stadia. Ooh, damn. Besides, Sony isn't putting their blood, sweat and tears into cloud gaming. Microsoft is. So if anyone would ask me if the PS5 is a good investment, to that, I'd say
yes.
You heard the man, fellas. If you want to have the latest and greatest, explore the exclusive PS5 titles, and take advantage of the console and its features. Oh, and extra points if you'll be using it when slacking on a couch. Then I'd say absolutely, you'll have a great time with it. Loads of great games, especially story-driven ones, many of which are must-plays. It's a solid console with a solid controller to give you the best PlayStation experience there is. And they have surely nailed it with the PS5. But on the other hand, you could consider to wait to buy the PS5 if you're more than happy with your current gaming machine, if you want to potentially save even more cash when the next PlayStation releases, and if you're not going to play its exclusives or take advantage of 4K and higher frame rates. Then you don't need one, but you probably want one regardless. In the end, it's your call to make a decision. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What the hell do you want? What? Fine, okay, sure, got it. Now get the fuck out of here. Apologies for the interruption, gentlemen. But you can say goodbye to that mid-range restaurant you were planning to attend to, if you're going to place your PS5 Slim vertically. Otherwise, it will tip over and die because you weren't ready to pay Apple prices for a fucking stand.
Let's go. Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, get away, get away. But I know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day, day. You really, really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I can be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me.